up, YouTube? It's your girl DeeDee. Welcome back to the channel. So I am back with another video for you guys. Listen, before we get into the video, make sure you are subscribed to the channel if you like the content, share and like the video, and hit that notification bell to be notified when I upload new content or go live. So we gonna hop right into the video. Make sure you chime in the comments. I want to hear your thoughts on this one. Here we go.
So ladies, you might not like what I'm about to say right now, but I need for you to listen. Ladies, if you have a man that gets up and goes to work every day and provides and contributes to the household, make sure that that man has a peaceful environment to come home to. Our men go through so much in the outside world that we don't know about. And when they come home, they just want to have a place of peace. They don't want to come home to a nagging, bickering woman. See, ladies, scripture tells us that it's better for a man to live on the roof of his house than to live inside of the house with a quarrelsome woman. Okay, so ladies, it's our job to set the tone in our homes, to provide that warmth, to provide that love. Okay, I get it. We all get a little irritated and frustrated with the things that our spouses do. But just remember that you have a man that's actually trying, that's actually getting up, getting out, and contributing. Okay, motivate him, encourage him. Don't nag him and tear him down and emasculate him. Let him know that he's appreciated. And ladies, when you do that, that's going to give that man the fuel and the motivation that he needs to get out there and go harder for you and your family, okay?
I think what she's saying is spot on. I think it makes a lot of sense, but a lot of these modern women are not trying to hear that. They don't want to hear nothing that makes sense. She's making nothing but sense, but they don't want to hear that. They want to hear, girl, go get to the bag. You know, all these ninjas ain't ish. Let's just get to the bag and we don't care about their feelings. These women aren't focused on the men, whether he's good or not. They're focused on themselves. They want the man to constantly cater to them. And I think that's the problem. There's no balance. And you need to have a balance. If you got a good man and he's doing the right things, you have a combative woman who's, you know, out of order. And I think that's the problem. It just shows you that a lot of the problems come from the women as well. All y'all do is talk about men making the changes and do for you. But you never talk about what you're supposed to be doing for him and what you need to do and how you need to change some things and how you need to get your act together. They don't care, and that's a problem. And that's been the problem. That's why we have the highest rates of divorce. That's why we have the highest single mother rates. This is why we have the most single women out here who are complaining about men because they refuse to accept any acknowledgement on their part and do things to change for a man. They don't want to change for a man, but you want a man. But you want a man to do all the shifting and changing for you. This is why I focus on the women, because there's a lack of other women focusing on the problem with the women. The majority of the women are always putting the blame on the men and saying the men are the problem, when we know good and well a lot of these modern women are the problem, but they don't want to do anything about it. So yeah, somebody needs to be held accountable. Somebody needs to point out the women who are flawed and who don't do what they need to do, but still expecting a top tier man to do everything that they want him to do. Does that sound equal and fair? So somebody got to talk about the nature of women and stop just upholding their behavior when we know it's not getting them anywhere. We know that it's not right. But let's continue.
Fellas, just remember, when you say you don't like lashes, wigs, weaves, makeup, and all of that shit, this is what the a natural black woman looks like. So if you want to hang out and we walk around and I look like Frederick Douglass, cool. I'm gonna comb my back on purpose. We can hang out. We can definitely do that, because remember, you like natural black women that wear their real hair. So when I want to wear my real hair and look like this, I don't hear a mother thing, okay?
Girl, now you know your real hair don't have to look like that. That's the problem. You don't have to, just because you wear your natural hair don't mean you can't comb it. Now you just doing that on purpose. You're gonna just throw your hair back, just not brush it, not comb it. You could put that hair in a nice little bun, smooth, slick back bun, and it'll look cute, and put on a little bit of makeup and still look natural and good. Come on now, come on. Why is it always like this? You could be natural and still have a cute hairstyle. It doesn't have to just look unkempt and just disheveled. Like, it don't have to be like that. Let's continue.
I'm just saying. You or nah, boo. Because I typically don't let this show until like we start spending the night. You feel me? And you don't have to know what it is off the bat. But I'm just saying, like, this is what the y'all like. So y'all done when y'all tired of us being bad and getting our hair done and nails done and makeup done and all this. This is what the you got to deal with, all right? So we finna walk around looking like two gangsta-ass homeboys together. And I'm gonna make sure I swing your arm hard as when we holding hands. Yeah, because you outside with a natural black queen now.
If I ask you for something, you say you gotta see, or I gotta wait until Friday or next week, I'm automatically turned off.
Do you know what's an epidemic? A pandemic? The lack of game in this world. Y'all don't got no game no more. Y'all have no game. Y'all got no game.
They want a housewife.
First off, to the first woman who was like, well, if I ask you for something, I gotta wait. Well, Jim, baby, you just ain't gonna get it. If you can't wait, then you gonna get it. That's the problem. People want instant gratification from somebody else. You just gonna be waiting, and all you gonna have to do it yourself. And that man could just move on. That's a red flag. Also, why do men have to have all this game? Why do women require game? Women talk about men running game, and when they run game on you, and you get hurt in the midst, now y'all don't like that. But then now they gotta have all this. Why can't a person just be a nice person and walk up and have a conversation, and you be a nice person and you have a conversation? Why can't y'all approach? If you see a nice looking guy, why can't you approach him and have a conversation with him? Why can't you make yourself known to the man that you see, the men that you like? Why can't you shoot your shot? Why can't you walk over and have enough in your brain to have a conversation with a man and pique his interest? See, this is the thing. Men are hip to the nature of women now, and they're not moving the same. So women, y'all gonna have to level up and do something or not. It's up to you. If you're looking for a man and you really want one, you're gonna have to take some drastic measures, because men aren't doing the things that y'all want them to do. So if you really want one, you're gonna have to do something different, or just be by yourself and enjoy your girlfriends till you can't enjoy them no more. A lot of these men are just not falling for y'all BS. I'm just saying. And this is why dating is so horrible. And y'all talking about they got pee in it and all that, because it's all a hot mess. It's all out of order. It's just a mess. I'm just saying. Let's continue.
Of a house. They're worried about gold diggers. They ain't got no gold. You want a feminine woman. You are the feminine woman.
You know, when I see these types of videos, I just kind of smirk at them. It's not really funny. It's just ridiculous in a sense. A lot of these women are very masculine, and they want a certain thing from a man, and they're just shaming men because men aren't giving them what they want. They want men to take care of them off rip, and these men are not trying to do that. And so now the next best thing to do is shame them, call them feminine, and all these types of things. There are plenty of successful black men who have houses, careers. They have the money that these women would love to go in there and take advantage of them, and they're not letting y'all in. They're not choosing you. They're not choosing you because you're not the type of women that they want. And that is the real gag, and why a lot of these women are trying to shame these men, because they're bitter and mad that these men aren't choosing them. They think that they're 10s, and you think that these men with all these, who has their stuff together and with the money and with the resources, they're not choosing you, and they're mad. That's it. If they could get the man that they want, they would have him already. It wouldn't take you to get in your 40s and 50s and still looking around here trying to find a man who makes some money to take care of you, and you can't find it. Because they're not checking for you. There's something about a lot of these modern women that these men just don't want to deal with. What they say, that the juice isn't worth the squeeze. They're not trying to go after it. It's just too much for them. And you could call them sassy all day, and they're in their feminine energy, but they're going to keep their money, and they're going to live their lives, and they're going to do good for themselves without you. So listen, I'm going to leave it here. Y'all let me know what y'all think in the comments below. Comment, like, subscribe to the channel. Y'all let me know what y'all think of this video, and I will catch you in the next one. Bye.